Hello, dear teacher. My name is Daniela Macas. This is my ID card. And in this graphic organizer, I will present the main CLIL predecessors and its characteristics. So first of all, it's important to mention that content and language integrated learning is an educational approach that involves teaching a subject through a foreign or a second language. While there isn't any direct predecessor to CLIL, several educational approaches and methodologies have influenced its development. The Canadian Immersion Program and North American Bilingual Teaching Models, such as content-based instruction or CBI, share some common characteristics as predecessors of CLIL. Here, I will explain the main characteristics of each one. So regarding Canadian immersion programs, immersion education is an approach in which students are fully immersed in a second language for instruction. It originated in Canada in the 1960s and later spread to other countries. Immersion education focuses on teaching the entire curriculum in a second language, typically from an early age. Its main characteristics involve, first of all, language immersion. The immersion programs aims to provide students with full immersion in a second language, typically, French on its beginnings or English as the medium of instruction. Students are surrounded by the target language and receive instruction in various subjects using that language. The second characteristic is the early start. The immersion program usually begins at an early age, often kindergarten or elementary school, when children are believed to be more receptive to language acquisition. The third characteristic is content delivery. The immersion programs delivers the entire curriculum, including academic subjects like maths, science, social studies, in the target language. So language instruction and content learning are integrated. Finally, language development. The program focuses on developing students' proficiency in both the target language and their first language. Efforts are made to ensure that language skills in the first language are maintained or enhanced alongside second language acquisition. Now, the second predecessor is North American bilingual teaching models, such as content-based instruction. First of all, it's important to mention that bilingual education programs aim to develop proficiency in both the student's native language and a second language. These programs vary in their instructional models, but they generally involve teaching academic subjects in both languages to support language development and content knowledge. Content-based instruction involves academic subjects using target language as a medium of instruction too. This approach emphasizes language learning through meaningful content and enabling students to acquire both content knowledge and language skills simultaneously. So its main characteristics involve integration of language and content, since CBI emphasizes the integration of language learning with the learning of such subject-specific content. Language instruction is embedded within content-based lessons, allowing students to develop language skills while acquiring knowledge in various academic subjects. Authentic and meaningful content is another characteristic, since CBI utilizes authentic and meaningful content from different subject areas to engage students and provide opportunities for language practice. The content is relevant to students' interests and needs, making language learning more purposeful. The third characteristic is language support. CBI provides language support to students as they engage with content. Teachers may scaffold language input, provide explicit language instruction, and offer opportunities for language practice and production to develop students' language skills. Finally, the last characteristic is task-based approach. CVI often employs task-based approach, where students work on real-world tasks or projects that require the use of language to complete. This approach promotes active engagement, collaboration, and problem solving while integrating language learning. Finally, it's important to note that CLIL has evolved over time and continues to develop as educators and researchers explore its implementation and effectiveness in various educational contexts. The origins of CLIL are a combination of these influences and the needs for innovative approaches to language and content integration in diverse educational settings. Thank you so much, and I hope that you enjoyed this presentation.